welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is the day 3 of this channel. So the question is Leetcode number 1493, longest subarray of ones after deleting one element. So in this question, we are given an array nums and we need to delete one element from this array and then return the size of the longest non-empty subarray containing only ones. Let's see this example. So in this example number 1, we are given an array. So here if in this example we delete the element 0, if we delete this, alright, so the subarray is left with only 3 ones. So that is our answer. And in the next question, if you see this example here, so here we if we like we need to return the longest subarray containing only ones, right? So here if we look here, the longest subarray containing only ones, given that we can delete one element, so it will be 5. Why? Because we can delete the 0 here. Also notice this example. In the case where all the elements of the array are 1, then we will be deleting 1, right? Because in the above examples, we were deleting 0. But here in this case, because it is a compulsion for us to delete one element, so in this case, we will be deleting 1 as the element, right? So what should be our intuition in this example? So as here we are given that we need to operate upon a subarray, right? So we can think of sliding windows. Also, if you notice that if a subarray contains a single 0, then it is all right because we are allowed to delete it, right? As soon as we encounter another 0, then then in that case uh, then in that case we need to shrink our array shrink our array from the left side and increase our array size from the right side, because we are not allowed to have more than one zero inside a single array, right? So we can do this question using sliding window. Let's see the solution. It is basically an easy to medium question, and if you have done sliding window questions previously, then you will be able to figure out its solution on its own. So let's see the solution. So we have taken a pointer I is equals to 0, and then we have started a loop using another j pointer, right? It goes till nums dot length, and here we are checking. Let's do the solution using this example, right? So here if we encounter a 0, then we increase the value of the variable, right? For a while, please ignore this, right? So seeing this example, then we'll calculate the length of the subarray, right? So we'll calculate the length of the subarray and we'll store the maximum length in the max variable. So here what is happening is, if we if there is no 0 encountered, then to the length will be j minus I. It won't be j minus I plus 1, because that is because let's see here, we are at I is equals to 0 and j is also equals to 0. So in that case, the length of the subarray will be 0. Why? Because here it is written that it is compulsory to delete one element from the array. So the size of the resulting array will always be 1 less than the subarray, right? So here if when the j comes at I, when the j comes at this position, one position, then the number of subarrays, like the number of subarray count will be 1. J minus I will be 1 in that case. And now when j comes here at this 0, then in that case we'll do zeros plus plus, right? And this loop will still not work because the 0 is not greater than 1. But looking at this example here, example number 2, let's say now I is at position number 0, and then j is at this position 0, 1, 2, 3, and fourth position. So in that case, the number of zeros will be 2. So what we'll do, we'll now think of shrinking the subarray. Why? Because the because the maximum number of ones which were possible before this zero was this subarray. Right? Remember that we are only allowed remember that we are only allowed to have only one zeros at a time in a subarray, not two. So what we'll do is that we'll shrink the subarray. So what do you think? So where do you think we should place our eye? Where do you think we should place our eye now? We should place our eye after the first occurrence of a zero. Means here at the 1th position. So what it will do, this loop what it does is that it checks if the number of zeros is greater than 1, right? The number of zeros is greater than 1 and the ith position, and it is present at the ith position, then it shall reduce the number of zeros and it will increase the count of I, right? So that is what it is doing. Let's see from this example. So if we see this subarray, right? So let's say we encounter another zero. Let's say I is at this zero and j is present at this zero. So here we encountered another zero. So what we will do in this case, we will try to put our I here at this position. So what this is what this loop is doing. So this while loop is basically shrinking the window and placing the I after the first occurrence of 0, right? So talking about the time complexity will be big of n because we are going through the array only once, and the space complexity will be big of 1, that is constant. Thank you.